I did want to highlight this because I have not seen a single launch article or any other folks talking about it. And it's one of the most important things that I can tell you about Claude Design. So I fired up Claude Design today and I gave it one prompt, and that was just to build that dashboard that I was talking about. Literally like like one sentence. And when it was done, I checked my usage dashboard and I had burned through about 1/4 of my weekly allowance for this new platform. That was just one prompt. And that's not a bug. So, what I want to do is explain why this is happening, because understanding this is the difference between using Claude Design as a superpower and then using Claude Design and then suddenly being locked out for up to even a week. So, reason one is that Opus 4.7 has its own separate weekly usage pool. Most people don't realize this. Sada and Haiku run on one pool. Then Opus, the most powerful model, runs on a completely separate, more restrictive weekly cap. Anthropic advertises somewhere around 15 to 35 hours per week of Opus on the max plan, but heavy users report burning through it in 3 to 5 hours of real work. And if you burn your weekly Opus cap, you have to wait until the next reset, not the 5-hour reset, the weekly reset. And that could be 3 or 4 or up to, like I said, a week before you're able to use Opus again. Reason two is that Opus 4.7 simply just costs way more tokens. So when Anthropic released Opus 4.7, which was a couple of days ago, they updated the tokenizer, basically the thing that chops your text into units Claude can read. The new tokenizer costs about 10 to 35% more tokens for the exact same text compared to Opus 4.6. So a prompt that used to consume about 2,000 tokens might now consume 2,700. That matters a lot when your weekly budget is fixed. Now, reason three is that design artifacts are really token heavy. Claude Design is running HTML, CSS, structured layouts, content, and variations all at once. It's iterating on long context, and it's producing rich visual outputs. Now, every time you refine, it has to reprocess the whole artifact. Every slider you drag is another round trip, and this is the most token intensive workflow that Claude has, and it's running on the most token expensive model. So if you stack those three things, separate Opus pool, new expensive tokenizer, and token heavy workflows, you're going to get what happened to me, and that's one prompt taking up almost a full week of usage.